Wyclef Jean, BKS1 Radio. Let's go.
This is Essence Atkins, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Hi, this is Melba Moore, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
Yo, check it out. What's the deal? This the chef. Giving a big shout out to my peoples. Big KS, you already know what it is. Salute.
What's up? It's your girl Monifa, and I'm hanging with BKS1 Radio.
Hi, I'm Iyanla Van Zandt, and you're listening to BKS1 Radio.
BKS Radio, baby.
Hey, this is Jasmine Guy for BKS1 Radio.
What's going on? This is Lamont Rooker, and this is BKS1 Radio.
Shout out to BKS1, the best kept damn secret in the business.
Hey, what's up? This is Raven Goodwin from BET's Being Mary Jane, and shout out to BKS1.
Hi, this is Leon, and you're watching BKS1 Radio.
BKS1. God bless y'all.
Hello, and welcome to the Owl Show right here on BKS1 Radio. It is your girl, Latoya Chanel, and I am sitting here with my partner who is back on the show, Miss Queen B, who is here with me waving. What does your background say? Women's History Month. Is that what it says?
Yes.
Okay. So Women's History Month. Yes, we are still in Women's History Month. It is still the month of March, and we are still celebrating our stories and telling our stories and telling her story and
our truths.
Our truths. No matter how real and no matter how raw they may be, but we are going to get into that on tonight's show, on tonight's episode, everybody. So I do hope that you are ready to get into that, number one. And number two, I do hope that you will join us and comment and be a part of that along with us. But in the meantime, I don't want you to talk too much, but I do want to say hello to my partner, Miss Queen B. First and foremost, how are you?
Good. Great.
Okay. Great. Okay. Okay. All right. She said great, everybody. So Miss Queen B is great. She is here. You guys know she was not with us as of last week, and she is feeling better. She is listen, at this point, every day in the land of the living, with everything that 2020 was, is a good day, right? So
Absolutely.
She is here. She is drinking her tea. She is with us. She is doing whatever it is she needs to do. But in the meantime, I want to know how you feeling this week.
I am good. A lot of things. I'm still in school.
Mm-hmm.
Still knocking out my semester.
Okay.
Birthday is next week. You forgot?
Really? No, I'm joking.
I was about to say. You forgot, best friend?
I'm joking.
Yes, I have done everything for this voice, trying to get it ready for today.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
I think I hear my friend was creeping through.
It's trying to come. I didn't three T's.
You know, I watch way too many sci-fi movies. You know, when your soul be battling inside. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And every now and then, just a piece of you come out. I watch way too many horror movies and sci-fi movies. So y'all battling in there right now. It look like
it's coming. It's trying to.
Oh, okay.
It's coming. So anyway, yes. So school, I've been doing school. Birthday's next week, which I'm super excited. Mm-hmm. Always to live one more year, especially with the world like it is, you know.
Yeah.
A lot going on.
Yeah, it is. I mean, you know, it really is, and we are in a place. You know, it's crazy. We always start the year off with a message, and then we always end the year off with a message, right? And so we had established very, very early on, I think it was like our very first show of the year, that we were always going to be discussing what was your intent and what was your motivation behind your actions, your words, your whatever it is that was going on? So before I dive into that, anymore, I'm here with you. You know what I mean? Preparing to go back to school to get another degree with you by the end of this year. And just working on me, working on this family, have some vacations planned, and ready to get up out of here, ready to prepare for spring was Saturday. So ready to prepare for spring and summer. There's just a lot I want to do, a lot work-wise, a lot career-wise. Just some new goals on the horizon, some new shows that I'm going to be doing. That will be coming out. I'll talk more about that as time goes on, but I have some more visual programs that are going to be done, that I'm going to be doing, a podcast that I'm going to be doing. I have I'm behind the scenes. I'm working, I'm growing, I'm trying to just do a bit of it all, right? So, but in the meantime, I wanted to go back to what I just said about traveling a lot. I want to know your thoughts. Being a nurse, doing what you do for a living, what are your thoughts on this vaccine right now?
I have not rushed to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Being a nurse and the fact that I work in pharmaceutical, I think it takes a little longer. Mm-hmm. I said this months ago. We will get a handle on one, and then the new strain will come out, and we won't be able to do anything with that. And great, it's a great Band-Aid, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it is. I think let us not get lax. Keep washing your hands, doing what you're doing. Keep wearing your mask and things like that. I think that's the safe to, stay home if you don't have to congregate or do whatever. That's me, but I don't think for me, I haven't rushed to get it. There are a lot of people with underlying issues that cannot, I'm not pressed for my daughter to get it. She has a seafood allergy. They have asthma, just certain things, and certain things are not good when you have underlying issues. And I heard people with seafood allergies and egg allergies, because if you have a seafood allergy, you are also allergic to iodine. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't know that. But they're hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
So right now I am going to wait. I am going to wait until it all pans out. It's not FDA approved yet. It's not.
Right. I had been thinking about it because I have so many travel plans. And again, even my thinking about it is different from everybody else because, as anybody knows, I can't even take Tylenol, right? So my system, for some reason, anything that is not a natural, and I'm not even one of these natural dirty backpacker buffs, to be honest with you, but I am an avid tea drinker. I do take, black seed oil and sea moss and all of that. But outside of that, I am not one of these people that, is a tree hugger or any of those things. But I do. But I do know that for some reason, my system does not fare well with medication, and my system does not fare well with any foreign substances for the most part. And that has been proven tried and true in every single capacity over the years. We have these running jokes with my friends and family about how many times I have died, and I'm still here, by the grace of God.
Barely.
About how many times I've died with whatever it was, whatever medication was prescribed to me, and I took it and it had an adverse reaction or something natural that I took that I had an adverse reaction. My system just doesn't do what other people's do. So while I'm thinking about it, I am hesitant. But one of the only reasons why I was thinking about it is because over the next few months, I have so many travel plans. I think I have travel plans April, May, June, skip July if we want to, August. I think that's enough actually for in the middle of a pandemic. And so, we were thinking about it, but I don't know. We'll see. But I wanted your thoughts on it because, I wanted to know how you felt about it from your perspective.
Yeah. Not right now. I'll wait.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, we got to see about this. In the meantime, on to other news. As I said before, it is March. It is still Women's History Month. And we do want to continue on with some of our stories and, from our perspective and, just different things we deal with. So everybody knows our topic for tonight. If you don't know, but our topic for tonight is going to be this Derrick Jaxn scandal. And I'm just prefacing the topic because I do want you all to comment in our chat. I'm not sure where you're watching us right now, but I want you guys to go to the OW Facebook page. That's OWWHH Facebook page, and make sure you comment in the chat because we want everybody's opinion on this. I want to know what everyone's thinking about this tonight. I want to know if you care. I want to know if you don't care. I want to know how you feel, whatever way you may feel. So again, just as I said before, talking about Women's History Month and talking about our stories and speaking about the good, bad, and the ugly, because for some reason I find, especially us as Black women, we always want to discuss our story from the standpoint of things that have been done to us. But we never want to speak on things that we can be held accountable for. I find that we do a lot of talking about, and trust me, we have tons of issues where we are in attack, or we are the scapegoat, or we are the victims. There's tons of areas where we're that. There's also areas that a lot of us voluntarily put ourselves in. There's also areas where we do things to hurt one another, sister to sister. There are also areas we can't be afraid to delve into that part of the conversation too, is what I'm saying. If we're going to talk about it, we need to talk about it all. So tonight, again, as we focus on Derrick Jaxn, honestly, I just want to focus on it from every single aspect. I don't want to be biased. This is not the she-woman, he-man haters club. This is not an area where if any man comments, we're going to say, oh, every man is a dog. This is what y'all do, blah, 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 blah. I want to make sure that we discuss it from every single aspect. So with that being said, as my best friend,
I'm trying to get on the page right now.
Okay.
The Facebook page. Go ahead and talk.
Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and do you want to tell the story of what happened Okay, I'll tell the story of what happened this week. When was this? Yesterday or the day before? So Derrick Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn author. Derrick Jaxn speaker. Derrick Jaxn traveling convention center, selling out, book signing, social media guru on the areas of love and life and marriage and particularly Black men, and how they should be in marriage, in relationship,
or not,
and how you should deal with women, in particular Black women. Derek Jackson, guru on all things etiquette with how men should treat women, and is very bold in his stance on when men do not meet the mark from which he sets in his conversation. Derek Jackson, who made a platform, a very lucrative border to border country convention center platform, discussing women, what you should look for, women, what you should accept and what you should not accept, women, what is right and what is wrong in a relationship, and men, what you should or should not do. And it has actually become more of I'm not sure if I can use the word martyr in this, but for lack of a better term, martyr, in that he has almost prided himself on giving women game at the chagrin of other African American males. He is putting us on to male game in relationships, marriages, whatsoever. So that man who has made a living on that platform with these messages and tutelage and pretty much just scolding men for some of the things that they have done and some of their treatment, some of their thoughts, feelings, whatever. That man was exposed in the last 36 hours for having multiple affairs on his wife over an extended period of time. That man, who has made his platform traveling the country, made his platform on social media with over 1 million followers, becoming the relationship character guru for African American women, was just outed in the last 36 hours for having multiple affairs on his wife. Yeah. So a video surfaced, a live video he created with himself and his wife, Danae, I believe her name is. A live video surfaced with him and his wife. Yeah, where he is apologizing, explaining what happened in detail, and saying that since he found God, he is a better man and forgiven. And while it is new news to us, it is old news to him and his wife. And they will be moving forward. Now, I have prefaced the video and all that has gone on. Queen B, I would like to know your thoughts.
Mr. Jackson is full of it. God, I wish I had a voice today.
Mm-hmm.
He is full of it.
Okay, I'm listening.
You it's everything you said. You gave a lot of women hope. You gave a lot of women thinking that they had the game. You spoke to women's souls. You told them what not to do. And you were actually doing exactly. It's almost like you were like, stay away from men like me. Understand something. I will tell you this. I agree with being human. You know, we have sidebar conversations. I know men. I grew up with them. I know their lack. I know, you know, the it's almost like Adam and Eve with the fruit. I know all that. We get it. They're weak, right? Some of them. I'm not going to say all, because all men are not cheaters.
Mm-hmm.
Get my tea for this.
You sip your tea, sis. Sip your tea.
What I will say is you full of it. And you ain't right. I have a problem with, you said you wanted to hide your wife from your platform. We have never seen this woman on at any time at all. And you decide to do a video with her looking so homely.
Okay, so
as to almost justify.
Well, okay, so wait, let's get there. Let's get there. So in said video, they talked about how they've been together for almost 10, 11 years. Now he has made his business on social media platforms. You know, again, most of the time he's talking in his car, you know, most of the time he's in his car. I've seen a multitude of his videos. Most of the time he is talking in his car, commenting on another video that someone else has shared on social media, whether if it was a man talking about a woman or a man doing something to a woman, or just a comment on some kind of social post. And then he'll show the post, show the video, show whatever is going on. And then he'll come back and he will then say his piece for whatever minute that circulates. It always causes some sort of uproar between men and women, where they'll say, oh, well, Derek Jackson said la, 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 because again, he was looked upon as this relationship guru. So a man that has spent his life on social the bulk of this part of his career on social media, knowing how to read an audience, what it is you should look like, what it is you sound like, how viewers take your videos, whether they accept them or they don't. This man, being married to this woman for 10, 11 years, decided that it was okay for a woman that he has never shown before to come on screen with what? I'm sorry, friend? Discussing women, what you should look for.
My bad.
For a woman that he has never shown before.
My bad. Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. So what did she come on screen looking like, friend?
Homely.
Homely. So she was wearing a bonnet.
No bra.
No bra. Glasses. Just looking like she had just cleaned the house for the day. I think, honestly, I look like that on Saturday, to be honest with you.
Why did you allow her to do that? You have humiliated this woman in front of everyone, and then you bring her on camera to share with everyone that you have cheated. What more could you do? My lovely wife. Where? Houseway. Lovely where?
So like you said, it's almost narcissistic behavior that you said, let me bring her on camera looking like this so people can say, oh, I see why he cheated with these type of women, because look at what he has at home, where he almost gets an excuse or a pass for his behavior.
Can I tell you this? The video, the follow-up video that she did, it's even worse. Mm-hmm. I started following her. Mm-hmm. God will this, God will that. Sweetheart, if I could talk to you, I would tell you. The ups and downs in a relationship that she described was not ups and downs. It should not be an up and down. Cheating is not an up and down in a relationship.
That's a choice.
Okay. Mm-hmm. That's not, God does not, they all, I mean, we know the terms. What God put together, let no man
put us under.
Mm-hmm. Get that part. But the man has to stay true to his vows. Mm-hmm. You don't allow anything to come. I mean, the third person, that's the speech they give when you get married. Don't let a third person be in your marriage. This is that and the other. All that.
Unless it's God.
That's marriage 101.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not going to tell me that I'm going to say God got us. I mean, she has quoted like literally every scripture that I could possibly think of, knowing by the time I was 10. Mm-hmm. God put this test in front of us. We're going to get through it. He didn't beat me. I decided. Where is your self-esteem?
So many things I want to touch on here, right? So many things that I need to touch on here.
Where's your friends?
Okay, we're gonna come back to that. So the first one being her being in this video with this bonnet, no bra, the glasses, nails ain't done, hair ain't done, you walking around in sweatpants, again looking like you just cleaned the house, sitting next to him who is in pristine shape, clothes on, looking like he going for a Sunday afternoon to play golf. Being a social media influencer, and you would allow your wife to look like that. Number one, there's something wrong with that. There's something wrong with that. As a woman, let's just get this straight here. Let's just get this part of it straight. As a woman, period, you'll have so many of us who will say they've never been cheated on before because for them it's embarrassing, and for them it is a sign that something is wrong with them, that they have been cheated on. So you have tons of women out here who will never even admit to that because it feels like it diminishes them, right? That's number one. Let's get past this, okay? So I don't think a lot of the intelligent women out there are making comments because they've never dealt with a man that has cheated. Let's just be honest, and let's just be clear, and let's just put all of that out there. I've been cheated on too many times to count. It is what it is. It is what it is. That's number one. I want to say that. Number two, my issue is not only did you cheat, but you are continuing to do this woman a disservice by continuing to drag her through the mud. And you're dragging her through the mud by what you allowed her to look like on camera, knowing that everyone was going to comment on that. Why do you know that? Because you are a social media influencer. Why do you know that? Because you travel the country giving speeches and talks about how women should carry themselves, what women should look like, and what is attractive to certain types of men. This is what you have built your platform on. So you knew something as minuscule as her look on this discussion would be scrutinized to a T, and you put her out there anyway, just like that. Where was your protection as her husband in that moment? Where?
I'm sorry, you see my camera falling. Where was your protection from her from the world? Like you said, from the world. You knew. You knew it.
Right.
You knew it.
Right. I want to say this. I want to talk to, I know we have men listening and watching. I'm seeing you guys in the chat. I just want to say to the women, because I preach this at all times, keep yourselves up. I'm not saying that's going to keep anybody. I'm not saying that's going to stop any man. If a man want to cheat, he's going to cheat. And it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter this or the other. But you are going to feel better about yourself. Keep yourselves up. So many women get married, have children, and because they are in these marriages and because they're taking care of children, they let themselves go. Keep yourself up. Again, does that remedy the situation? No. It doesn't. But when you look back on a time period that you're with somebody and all this stuff is happening, you'll never be able to say, well, maybe if I had done this, or maybe if I had done that. You'll know that it was all on him for whatever it is that he chose to do. And you will never look back and second guess yourself. You will never look back and question yourself.
Because instead of looking inward first, instead of looking inward, you would actually look outward at the person.
At him. Person. This is not all on me. It wouldn't be, oh, well, maybe I could have done this different, or maybe I could have been more attractive. Maybe I could have been more appealing. Maybe I could have been more this. Maybe I could have been more that. And at some point in time, it doesn't matter how much somebody loves you. That original attraction to you is what keeps people going and what keeps heads turning. Again, will it remedy a situation? No, but it will make you feel better in the long run. Absolutely. I'm just throwing that out. I'm just throwing that out. That's number one in that situation. So again, where was her protection from her husband? Because this is the industry he's in. He studied his market. He studied his viewers. He knows what looks good, what doesn't look good. And he knew exactly what people were going to talk about. And he knew exactly what people were going to say. That's the first part of it. The second part of it, you started saying, where are her friends? Is that what you said?
Yeah, where they at? Where's her sisterhood? Sisterhood. Where is her
sisterhood? Because let me tell you something. One of her sister girls would have said to you, sweetheart, he may be telling you that you are just fine looking like this, but I'm guaranteeing you he's going to cheat on you with somebody who looks like that. And he's telling you you are just fine looking like this so that no one else looks at you, so that a home is secure. And in the meantime, he will cheat on you with the very things he's telling you not to do. I mean, am I wrong? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe, you know what? Let me dial it back. Let me dial it back. Let me dial it back. Where were her sister girls?
Yes.
We preach that on this show. These are why sister girls, these are why friends are important. All these women that sit around and say they don't need friends because girls is this and women is that, blah, 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 blah. It's a crock of BS. Okay? You need friends. You need sister girls. You need someone who is going to be honest with you without being jealous of you. You need someone who is going to be honest with you with absolutely nothing to gain except for the fact that she loves you and she is clear-headed, and maybe there is something that she can see that maybe while you're in something you cannot, no matter what it is, not just relationships, anything. So where were her sister girls?
Tell me.
What was another point you made? There was something else you said too.
It's the justification of him laying in his bed, and I don't think you made him lay in it long enough. You said you left. You said you left. And his apology was weak.
His apology was narcissistic. He apologized to us for his career. He apologized to us. He apologized to you. He apologized to you. He apologized to the viewers. He apologized to his following. I'm sorry to you guys that I have built a platform over this time period telling you what to look out for. Men telling you what you shouldn't do. Women telling you what you shouldn't accept. And I was all of those things. And I'm sorry. Can you continue to follow me and buy my book?
Yeah, that thing. That's what he did.
And I think, and again, and just to be real, I think it would not be so bad. Again, this is not something that everybody on the planet hasn't been through. That is what it is. Let's be real about it. Oh my God, somebody cheated. Oh my God, we're gonna go die. No. Like, stop. Everybody, like, stop. Okay, but for someone who makes a living on a full platform and traveling the country and making hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars on just this alone, that makes you a fraud.
I thought when I looked back, I saw that anything that he came up off of the origin of other things, like he wasn't as creative. He, like you said in the beginning, he took what was out already. Case in point, the Pastor Gray, who cheated.
Oh, God. Yeah.
He ragged him. Like, I don't know if anybody go back to that, but he ragged him.
Yeah, he did.
When I tell you, it ragged him. And now you got to eat humble pie. Like,
I just, I think for me, it is because of how hard he went on other Black men. Any Black man that was on social media for anything. So no matter what rapper it was, no matter what actor it was, no matter whatever it was, people just making random comments, no matter what, he would be right on them. Like, I don't care what happened, you knew that a Derek Jackson video was coming. You knew a Derek Jackson video was coming. And I don't care what it was, you knew he was going to have something to say. You knew he was going to have something to say about it. And I think that's the part that gets me. Me receiving a life coaching certification and having clients and in the process of writing a book, and if I were telling my clients different things that they could do to get ahead and achieve goals, and in private was the absolute most toxic person ever, I would be a fraud. I would be a complete fraud. And nobody liked me in private. And I would be saying, oh, well, I don't have any friends or really any family just because I need space in the air for the spirit to blah, 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 blah. You know, make up something. I don't know. But the real story would be, well, sweetheart, it's because nobody likes you and nobody wants to ever be around you. Your energy is off. Your spirit is off. I would be a fraud. And so I think that's the part that bothers me about him, is how strongly he would go after other Black men.
Yes. And when you and narcissistic, I mean, let me tell you this about what I feel. We have a certain platform, right? And there are certain things I do not put on my page. I could put a lot. There is a way I conduct myself, because I'll be like, no. You know,
can't do that,
because you don't want to ruin the brand.
All right, now talk the business talk, sis.
You don't want to ruin the brand. It's true. I'll be like, can't share this. I think about it. You cannot build your platform off bashing or checking men or whatever when you are living the exact opposite. It was a matter of time before you get exposed and your world comes crashing down. It's a matter of time. That girl was in the wife's bed, took pictures in the bed with the sheets, with him at the window. And it wasn't just one. I don't know if you watched Tasha K. It wasn't just one. And I'm sure there's ones we don't know about.
Of course.
But so you've been doing this. You just got exposed now. But you can't build your platform and come up off of women's tears and women's emotions and catering to that and being the answer, the relationship guru or whatever, and you are living the complete opposite. It's almost like a pastor who's fornicating with a member in the church. Yes, you're human, but I'm tired of people saying that, oh, he's just human. No, humanness should have told you to be faithful. You're not going to keep telling me that you're human. Everyone hides behind, but he's human. You shouldn't judge him. You ain't putting him on a pedestal. No, I'm not putting him on a pedestal. I want him to be what he self-proclaimed and what he made his living off of doing. All I asked, I didn't put you on a pedestal. All I asked you to do is
you put you on a pedestal.
You put you on a pedestal. You put you in the limelight. You put you.
Yeah.
I'm human. I don't want to hear it. There's a zillion people that are human that don't cheat on their wives.
This is the thing, though, and this is what a lot of people. This is the thing with infidelity, right?
Yes.
You being out one night. You and please let me preface this by saying there is never an excuse for infidelity in a relationship. Let me preface what I'm about to say. There is never an excuse. It is a choice. There is, at some point in time, you will have to stop and think to yourself, what am I doing? What am I doing? I have a spouse, I have a mate, and this, if I can't do this in front of them with them here, I cannot do this behind their back. I cannot have this conversation with them sitting here. I cannot have this conversation behind their back. I cannot have this action or this little flirtatious behavior. If they were sitting here, then I cannot do that behind their back. However, even having said that, there are times when you have people, for whatever emotional reasons, whatever argument, you go out, you have too much to drink, and I'm not trying to say blame it on the alcohol. You have too much to drink. You, I don't know, meet somebody old, meet somebody new. People go home, they sleep with somebody, blah, blah, blah. Wake up the next day, oh my God, what have I done? Blah, 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 blah. When I think of people that say, it was a mistake. And when I think of people that say, oh my God, I was human, I think of situations like that. It happened one night. I immediately regretted it. Oh my God. While it's still not okay, and while it's still not an excuse, when people do give excuses, I immediately think of that, right? I don't think of, You have had multiple men or women for years at a time, over and over and over again, full-blown affairs with multiple people. That is not a mistake. That is not, oh my gosh, I didn't know what I was doing. That's not what that is. You were very clear every single time you had a conversation with this person, every single time that you met up with this person, and especially in this particular situation, you brought her home. You brought her home to your house where your wife lives. So I just feel like the I'm human and only God can judge me is too much. But I do want to ask you this question.
I'm listening.
Does his actions negate the advice that he is given?
No.
Okay.
No, it does not.
Okay. I've seen so many conversations and comments all over social media with people saying, "Oh my God, he can't tell me nothing," and y'all listening to these people and y'all listening to that person and y'all can. That's why y'all can't listen to everything everybody say, because look, see, blah 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 blah. But I feel like that begs the question: does his behavior negate the advice?
No, it does not.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't. It doesn't. That's like R. Kelly with the music. It doesn't. It doesn't. Because what he did do, I'm sure he helped somebody. I can't take it from that man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he helped somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish his life aligned up with what he was preaching, what he was teaching.
Mm-hmm.
I wish that he was the example
right
of exactly what, I just
exactly like it would have been better if he was preaching what he was living instead of do as I say, not as I do.
Right.
I agree with you. I do not think it negates a lot of his advice and a lot of his standpoints. Again, I have watched a multitude of Derrick Jaxn videos, and I honestly don't believe that the advice he was given, what women should look for and what they should accept, what men should be doing and how they should be treating women, I honestly don't think that what he was saying was necessarily wrong. I don't think what he was saying was wrong. I just think he did not live by his own advice. And it's unfortunate that he didn't.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate that he didn't. Now, while we can't negate his advice from his personal standpoint, what about his wife? What about his wife?
Well,
I'm sure he was listening to those videos. She was listening to those videos, right?
Well, all she got to do is read her book. Read his book. Read his book. Maybe you'll get something out of that. Maybe. Read his book. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll get the courage to walk away. You're not going to make... Boy, his voice coming back. Look, I got another cough drop. You're not going to make, because their book is named what? Learning how to heal without hurting each other. Well, you heard it, but you can't. There's no way that there's nobody in her corner saying, "Girl." I mean, I've read people's post on a video she posted today, and everybody was like, "Girl," everybody. One person said, "This remind me of Get Out." They was like, "You drunk the tea, like, like, where's your esteem?" Where's your esteem?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't have to stay with a cheater.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
A habitual cheater.
And you know, and for me personally, again, you know, I prefaced all of this that we've all been through these situations. We have all been through these circumstances with cheating in a relationship. Some people stayed, some people didn't. Hell, you have some people that in some relationships it happened and they didn't say. In some relationships it happened, they did. It things can go either way. For me, first of all, having the woman in my home, in my bed, you just went too far with that. You know what I mean?
Burn the bed. I couldn't even. I don't want to live there.
No, I don't want to live in that house. I don't want to live in that house. I don't want to sleep in that bed. I don't want to go in that room. We daggone sure are not having sex or anything in that room after I know you had sex in there with her. Okay. For me alone, and you know, with me, sometimes it ain't even the big stuff that gets to me. Sometimes it's the minor details that can solidify a decision for me in life, no matter what it is, right? And sometimes it's not the most glaring thing. This video that he clearly made her do completely shows, in my eyes, who he is and how he feels about her. And if you did all this cheating and you were so sorry and you prayed and you walk with God now and you so different now and you blah, 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 why did you not protect her? And for me, that's the nail in the coffin. For me, even if I came back, you done apologized, we done went to church, we done went to counseling, I done decided in my heart to take you back, blah, 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 blah. Even if that happened, you set me in front of the world. The world. You set me in front of the world to embarrass me. Not to clear your name and tell your story, but to narcissistically say that you were sorry and to embarrass me in front of everyone. Where was his protection for her? When was he thinking about her and not himself?
He wasn't.
He wasn't. And it's clear that he wasn't. As if this situation isn't embarrassing enough. As if this situation isn't embarrassing enough to a woman, to a female, to admit that, to know that things that went on between y'all are never between y'all. There's nothing sacred. There's nothing special. And this is a lot of what, you know, men don't understand when for women that have been cheated on, it is that breaking of trust. It's the little stuff. It's the, I know what your face looks like when you lied to me now. I know the things you said to me, you have said to her. I know how you are. Were you giddy? Were you excited when talking to her the way you are in my face? So you mean to tell me that's not special to me anymore? That's not just for me anymore. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like, these are the things.
I'm gonna have a transparent moment. Because we all been cheated on. And I remember going
with that voice.
Coming back. I remember going through the phone and seeing my pictures next to other females. I'm gonna tell you what that did for me. And I'm talking about explicit pictures because you do that with your partner as a means of enticing them or saying
keeping it spicy.
It's spicy. This is what you're coming home to.
Yeah.
But when I went through the phone, it was a cheating, of course. But when I went through the phone and I saw my pictures as a wife next to someone else's pictures, and it keeps scrolling, and it's someone else's pictures and someone else's pictures. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even send those type of pictures no more. That's how psychologically it literally has me like, I'm not doing it no more.
Yeah.
Because at that moment I realized I'm literally just a person in your phone. I'm not even, it's just a crazy thing. I'm not even in a section. Like, wife.
Oh no, that's my wife. In the old days, you don't touch my home now. Like, I might be out in the streets, but you don't touch my home now. Don't do that. You know what I mean?
I was with all of them.
All of them.
All of them. Just scrolling.
Yeah.
That part. So my thing is that, it's time. There are people that literally make mistakes, and I'm telling you, I give it up to them that can repair, that can say, I did this and I'm sorry, and really mean it and really change.
Yeah.
And that is, like you said, one time. But when you habitually are doing something, when you have done it with multiple, that's just in you. That is what?
That's in you.
You've done.
Mm-hmm.
That is who you are.
Mm-hmm.
Be real, bruh. Be real with yourself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because that's not, this is, be real with yourself.
Yeah.
And what if your wife was getting the same advice you were giving all these other females? What if somebody takes the time to actually sit down with your wife and decides to give her the advice you gave all these other women?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, and I don't speak against marriage, because if you overcome that, that's great. I don't see them lasting. I don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm hoping she gains strength, because everything he's done up until the time she was sitting on the couch with the bonnet and he got the kung fu grip on her hand, you have wronged her. You got to watch Tasha K's rendition. You cheated on her pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
You, like, these are vulnerable times. She also has a couple psychological issues, because she has a post where she put on a post she killed her dad at 12. For whatever reason, she was upset. Yes, there's a whole history behind this female who is broken. And I think that her brokenness, and this is what we do. Her brokenness is making her stay. She, I believe, got into something with her dad. You got to read in depth. And at 12, kissed him goodbye or wouldn't talk to him or something like that. And the father passed away. Never got the opportunity to do whatever. You got to read it. She's broken. She's broken.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question? The ones who justify the cheating and things with religion, how does that work for you?
So what aspect of it, right? Because they justified it with, I'm human and I don't have to blah, blah, blah to anybody. And then the other part of it was, this was ordained by God. And so therefore this is supposed to be, and this is supposed to happen, and blah, 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 blah. How do I personally feel? Don't bring God into that mess.
In the mess.
Don't bring God into that mess. Don't bring God into that foolishness. Don't be, you literally sit there and you want to bring God into your greed. God ordained that? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Now, the one thing they keep saying is right. His punishment is between him and his God. You're right. His punishment is between him and his God. 100% correct about that. However, I've already told you, for me personally, even if I had decided to forgive you after counseling and church and talks and discussions and time away and all of that, even if I had decided to forgive you, you still have to look at the character of the person that you are dealing with. And this narcissistic video, God ain't tell you to do that. This narcissistic video that you decided to create to apologize to the world and embarrass me further lets you know exactly what it is that you were dealing with. You ain't never shown this woman before. You could have said publicly, I stepped out. He could have got on camera just like this. Look, I'm looking right into the camera. The rumors are true. The rumors are real. I stepped out of my marriage. I am now currently working out things with my wife. We are working through it through counseling, through church, and I will continue to work on it for the duration of our marriage for as long as we live. If you would like to continue to follow me, I apologize to my followers with everything they said because I did not live what I was preaching, and I hope that you can forgive me. I'm going to take a hiatus from making videos and being on social media and touring to get my spirit and my energy correct. Good day to you all. Done.
By yourself.
Done. 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 You did not have to embarrass this woman further with your narcissistic apology in front of everyone. And again, you being a social media influencer, you knew how this was going to come across. You knew how people were going to take it. You knew people were going to continue to talk about her. You knew she was going to be attacked, and you put her out there. Was she ever tagged in any of her videos? Did anybody ever know this woman's name?
No.
No. So because of this, you now have exposed her after already putting her through all of the trauma, all of the turmoil, all of everything. Now you exposed her further with show foolishness. That to me is the straw that breaks the camel's back. If you didn't leave after another woman was in your bed, then my thing is him exposing you to the world and not protecting you at all and allowing you to sit up there knowing that everybody was going to talk about you that's nothing either. His character is nothing either just because he can spew a couple Bible verses. What? This man is sitting there again looking like he just played a couple of rounds of golf in pristine shape. He ain't even ashy, just all moisturized up on the camera with his jewelry, clothes looking like something, looking like Mr. 5000, knuckle gripping her, looking like she depressed and been in bed for the last year. And he allowed you to do that when social media influencing is his job. He could have said, babe, listen, I know you don't feel like it, but I am going to make this video and I do want you to be a part of it. Go put yourself together. Go do something. At least do your hair. At least put a bra on. Change your clothes. Do something. Look like something. But he did not do that. And he did not do that because he wants the world to say, no wonder why he cheated. Again, women, keep yourselves together. Keep yourselves together. Be authentically you at all times.
Well, Jeff just commented and said, I mean, a while ago, I meant to read it, but he said, it don't matter what you look like. They're going to cheat anyway.
No, it don't. No, they're going to cheat anyway. I'm not saying it's a remedy. I'm not saying if you are the most beautiful person on the planet that people ain't going to cheat. Some people think Beyonce is the most beautiful on the planet and she got a whole album, Lemonade, dedicated to Jay-Z cheating. I mean, come on now. Like that just is what it is. It happens to the best of us. It happens to all of us. What I'm saying is that at the end of the day, you feel better about you because you'll start looking at yourself as the reasons why he did what he did. So to save you some time in therapy from saying, oh, well, maybe I should have kept myself up. Maybe if I had lost a couple pounds, maybe if I had did this, or maybe if I looked like some of the girls he was dealing with, or maybe if I'm just from sister to sister, I'm just trying to save you from that inward inspection of maybe he did because I didn't do, from something superficial. That's all I'm saying. Keep yourself up no matter what. All that getting comfortable all the time. And again, everybody ain't going to be a beauty queen every day. You're not going to be a beauty queen every day. You're not. No. But this right here, the fact that she ain't even have a headband wig to throw on real quick for the camera. The fact that she have a ponytail real quick to throw on for the camera. The fact that she ain't have a quick twist out that she could do real quick for the camera. The fact that she ain't even have a quick bra to put on for the camera. The fact that she don't have an outfit that she wore yesterday or the weekend to wear for the camera speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes. And so, I'm like I said, it ain't going to remedy the situation, but you are going to feel better about you. And my other thing is, be authentically you. Men like what they like and they don't like what they don't like. And whatever this man won't like, this man will. But be authentically you and keep yourself up in the process. Be authentically you and keep yourself up in the process. That's all I got on it. That, and like I said, the fact that he just did not protect her at all. He did not protect her at all. And you preach about protecting women. You preach, oh God, I can't. There's a multitude of ways that he could have gone about. There's a multitude of ways that he could have gone about apologizing to us without involving or further dragging her. Because at this point, don't nobody have no sympathy for her. And that was going to be my question to you. Do you feel like now she is just a target, or do you feel like people have genuine sympathy for her having been with him?
Both. Both. Yeah. Both. I mean, he made her a target.
Right.
He made her a target. She's not even allowed to grieve in a proper way. Because right now, everybody is just focused on what she looks like.
As if it's not hard enough as a woman.
As a woman anyway. And it's funny because my brother said this. My brother was like, look, I can't believe that he actually put her on camera as almost as a silent way of saying, this is why I cheated. Look how she looked.
My mother said that. My mother said, that he basically his message is, oh my gosh, why was he not running out the house sooner with her looking like this? That's his message. Phil, I'm apologizing to her, but feel sorry for me because this is what she does.
At the same time.
The most narcissistic-ish ever. The most narcissistic-ish ever. He could have gone about that another way. He could have gone about that another way. That's what has happened in their marriage, in their relationship. She chose to stay. Okay, all fine, well and good, but you could have gone about this public apology a lot differently, and you didn't, because again, it's still all about you. And that is my biggest, I'm just like, wait, what? Insane. I feel like, yes, he made her a target, but I feel like, unfortunately, social media and public business is very, very fickle. Of course, we know by the time the next scandal breaks, everybody will forget about Derrick Jackson and they'll keep on moving or whatever.
For the month of March.
Look, for the duration of March, you know what I mean? This is what it is.
It's him.
Right. But I feel like in the meantime, though, I think when everybody first heard the news, everybody was like, oh my God, his wife. Now, after you not protecting her and kind of exposing her, everybody's like, what? You know what I mean? Like, oh, she crazy anyway. And the less sympathy that people have for you, the more cruel they are going to be.
Absolutely.
And you exposed her to that. So now they're going to be more cruel to her than they would have been otherwise. Because if he had just gotten on camera himself, like he has for the last, I don't know how many years, and did the apology and did not include her in it, did not expose her to it, did not tag her in it, where now you started following her today. You wouldn't have followed his wife before.
I wanted to see who she was. What she was about.
Yeah. And he did that. And so I don't like that part of it. I don't like that aspect of it. I don't know. What are some of your final thoughts on this?
Be strong. Be strong. Strong enough to know when to walk away. Strong enough to know. And rebuild yourself. Sometimes a broken piece, and there's something in him. Narcissists have something in them that's completely broken.
Yeah, narcissists have something that's broken.
So that's my thing. Yeah. She's a broken vessel. When I think once she gets to him, she first needs to do counseling for herself, not just with him. Mm-hmm. Because when you start just doing counseling with the person, you're actually healing whatever it is that is mutually between the two of you. You are not focusing on you.
You, right.
So I think she needs to do that. That's imperative. And she needs to do some regrouping. And to me, alone time would be good for her to have her own thoughts. Maybe get off social media. You keep making videos. Yes, I just want you to look at the last one.
I saw it.
You keep making videos. Stay off of social media.
Yeah, stay off social.
Stay off of it right now. Somebody instruct that girl to get off of social media and heal herself. It ain't that much explaining in the world. No, I'm not explaining nothing to you. Matter of fact, it's him who got to explain.
Yeah, that's on him. That ain't on you.
That's on him.
Yeah, that's not on you. This goes back to the Robert Kelly situation, right? Mm-hmm. Where it was, he was almost Robert Kelly's songs are a pillar in the African-American community for the set off of a party, the set off of a cookout, the set off of whatever. Do you stop listening to his old music because of the things that he's done? So now I'm going to ask you the same thing for Derek Jackson. If he continues to make videos, do you still watch the videos?
I was never a fan of him. And I'm going to be honest with you, and you'll understand this. Most of the time when the people are calling out individuals in regards to whatever, it's something with them. So I never was. I'm gonna be honest. Now, I'm not just saying.
He was never
my tape.
No.
Anyway, it's not something like I get up in the morning and whatever. Even when I broke up or I was broken about something, like he just wasn't
no, not at all. I was never like, oh, let me Derek Jackson say.
He was never my go-to.
Absolutely not.
No, he was never my go-to.
No, absolutely not. There are times when there were videos that would come across my timeline and I would go, oh, okay, well, that makes sense, you know? But for those who are subscribed to his page,
I'm not.
For those who listen to his videos, if we have already determined that his messages may not have been wrong, he just should have been following them himself, do those people continue to follow him?
Good question.
In a cancel culture, in the African American community, we have
he's gonna lose.
Cancel culture. Is he canceled?
Yes, he's gonna lose a lot of people. He's gonna lose a lot of people.
Okay.
He's gonna lose a lot of people.
Okay.
And that's the risk you take.
Yeah.
Make the bed that you laid in. The one she laid in, really, but the one that was your wife's bed. And she sheets and the covers. Yeah.
So in this cancel culture, he's canceled.
No, he does. I like to see his book sales. I can't imagine that he is doing as good as he. It's almost like what is this thing? Like the legacy of Black men I need Black men to wake up. I know I'm serious. Like, wake up. Because your legacy is being tarnished. This, I kept saying from the beginning of the year, I said, this is an exposing karmic year. But not only, it's just not this year. It's in the last span of years. It's almost like the legacies of Black men and all they built and did is being tarnished by their secret lies.
Old and new. Older men, younger men. It's coming out in droves. It's coming out in droves. Every 2 days, it's another story about another man and something that he has done. And I'm not singling out the men because I'm trying to bash anyone. I'm just saying we're not hearing these stories about women in droves. We're hearing these stories about men in droves. We already had the whole Bill Cosby, Robert Kelly, blah, blah, blah. Then you had all that stuff that started coming out allegedly with T.I. You had all of this stuff allegedly coming out. You have a lot of entertainers, a lot of artists, a lot of just people who are in the limelight. There are just stories coming out all across the board that you just like, who? What? No, they didn't do that. No, that's not what's happening. No, that's not what's going on. We got to get it together, people. We got to get it together, people. I don't know what it's going to take. At this point, we living through a pandemic. We still here on 3/23 at 8:21 p.m. if you are in this time zone. And we are still here, which means we still made it through another year. And it's like you still doing people wrong.
I don't get it. But honestly, it's a prime example of your platform. It's one thing for you to be transparent, and it's funny because this has already happened. Why didn't you share that with us? You've been saying this. Why this would have made you like me and my wife went through this. This is the reason why I'm able to. You can't do it in the back end. If you would have did that from this is how we rebuild. The crazy thing is you already cheated on her before and she left you before. Everybody's not knowing that. She left him before. What? You really? Like this would have been your, say, me and my wife are, now you want to come with me and my wife are building through that.
How old is he?
I don't know. 15. Clearly.
I'm not saying that young people can't be wise, but what I will say is keep living. Because sometimes the very things that you pride yourself on is the very things that you become. With all this wisdom that you think you got before life actually began to happen. But, whatever. This is the path he chose. I don't know. People, can we just please, when do we get to a time where we are treating each other better? When do we get to a time where we are just being upfront and honest with each other? Are we getting back to love? What was the message of COVID? What was the message of 2020? What was the message of losing everybody? I thought we were getting to the point where we knew that we could be here today, gone today. And so we decided to treat people better. We decided to do better by others. We decided that honesty and love and peace was what we wanted. Honesty and love and peace is the key. Being true to yourself. Wow, like that's not, maybe that's what I got from 2020 and COVID and people passing away and uncertainty, and maybe that's just what I got from it. But I mean, did anybody else get that?
No, apparently not.
I just don't. I don't know. What was the point of the pandemic? Other than government, blah, 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 mentally and emotionally, what do we learn from it?
For me, I mean, I learned a lot. I had a lot of time to myself to think. And everybody should have been reaching inside themselves with, enough time. I think you should get to learn yourself a lot more when you're through the pandemic.
Again, honesty.
Sis, it's time for you to go though. I'm talking to you. It's time for you to go. And did you hear how you said multiple women? I'm talking about.
I'm not just talking about just conversations and things.
You said it so casual.
That some people would think was okay. I am talking about actual sexual relations with multiple. I was sitting there like, oh, you sitting there in detail, knuckle gripping this woman while she's sitting there just blinking and all of that would have just flooded back in and I might have hauled off on camera. I'm already, trained to try to hold my hands anyway at this point. But I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress. The Lord is working on me and my hands. Okay. But you sitting there saying that, and I was supposed to go, I'm sorry, wait, what? I'm sorry, what are we doing here? Girl, bye. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Like I said, I wanna end on a positive note if there is one. If the pandemic, if 2020, if losing people at the drop of a dime did not teach us anything else, if that fear of walking into a store or someone coughing or sneezing or being out in public did not teach you anything else, my hope is that it taught you to cherish those that you actually truly do love.
Absolutely.
And in the event that you find that you do not truly love these people, then I'm hoping that somewhere in the scheme of thinking life is too short, that you don't waste any more time out of your life over someone that you don't want to be with, and you don't want to waste any more of their life and their time either. So hopefully it taught people some kind of truth, some kind of honesty, some kind of
it to them. Absolutely.
Like, I just hope that that's the message that we're learning and that we're getting. And I just hope that I was hoping that after 2020, we would be better as a human race. After that, I really was. I was hoping that the message was love. Everybody was saying, oh, God wants you to be home with your family. God wants you to learn how to be okay with being here. You know, that's what everybody was saying. That's what COVID was and blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, what did we do?
Right.
I don't know. You sitting there sipping your tea during the show. I'm about to sip my tea, take a shower, take it down, and just sit in some peace and quiet in this house. Thank God I have peace and quiet in this house. But thank you to everyone in this house that I have peace and quiet in this house, and I am able to do that. Cherish your loved ones, man, and don't mistreat them.
That's it.
That's all I got. That's all I got. Your final thoughts, B?
Run, girl, run. No, I just want to say, my message would be to her, like, I want her to gain some strength and really look at this thing, you know, and not only that, but to the females out there, you can be one and done, meaning someone breaks your heart or does something to you, you can be done. It is okay. You will survive. You will build yourself back up. Yeah. You know, it's okay to take care of you. It's okay to want you to choose you. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I agree. Love yourself. On that note, thank you everybody who tuned in tonight. We love you guys for watching, and we love you guys for listening. And by God's grace and mercy, we will be here next week, same time, same place, different topic. And we look forward to seeing you all here with us as well. Thank you for everybody that tuned in. My partner's voice came back by the end of the show because she did not even have one yesterday and today. So you were able to speak and sound like you again. I'll be 100%. I'll be 100% tomorrow. Yeah. I'm sorry, next Tuesday. Right. I'm going to go and have some tea myself at this point. And we love you guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Jeff, you can take us away.